So hello and welcome to the channel. Today I'm joined by Elliot from Zephyr, so welcome. Elliot. Great to see you and meet you today.
Fantastic.
So Zephyr, who are you? What do you do?
Well, Zephyr Homeloans are a specialist buy-to-let provider. We've been in the market for 5 years, and as it sounds, we specialise in buy-to-let.
So what is a buy-to-let for those people that don't know what a buy-to-let is?
A buy-to-let is a property ultimately bought to then rent out to tenants who unfortunately can't get on the mortgage market.
Wow, okay, so and you're just a buy-to-let specialist?
Just a buy-to-let specialist, but when I say specialist, it's everything from your very basic buy-to-let property kind of house to what's called a multi-unit freehold block, HMOs, which is a house of multiple occupation, large tower blocks, ex-local authority, and everything in between.
Wow, that's incredible. So pretty much, can I say you lend on any property class?
Not any. We don't operate in the commercial market.
Okay.
It is purely residential, as in for people to live in.
So residential property that is lent.
Yeah, correct.
So if I'm portfolio landlord, so I've got say 20 properties, is there any maximums or minimums as a client?
With Zephyr, we allow large portfolios. I'll give you an example. We've just done a portfolio of 68 properties.
60?
68.
68, wow!
Totaling £13 million.
Wow!
So that's the levels of size we go to.
Yeah.
On the opposite scale of that, we lend on property values minimum of 75,000 with a loan size of 50,000.
So minimum loan is 50, probably 75, so that's what, 75% loan to value?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, and so that large mortgage portfolio deal, what was the loan to value on that?
Well, across the full portfolio, it was in the region of 55%.
Yeah.
The way we do these large portfolios is we very much create a bespoke product, a bespoke service, and actually keep everyone updated because of the scale of that transaction. Ultimately, things can go wrong very, very quickly. So actually being bespoke, being upfront, the client, the broker, everyone was happy with the service that we delivered.
That's incredible. So are you direct to consumer? You via professional intermediaries only? How do you work?
We are via intermediaries only, so with the help of mortgage clubs and mortgage networks, mortgage brokers then have access to us. We source across all the mortgage sourcing platforms in the industry, so people have routes into us regardless of what club or network they support.
That's excellent. So buy-to-let, so I could probably, can I refinance through a limited company?
Yes, we offer limited company lending, individual lending, and in fact the rates that we offer are exactly the same, so we're not trying to pigeonhole customers into a specific route.
So you don't differentiate or penalise a limited company application to a normal buy-to-let application?
Correct. The only difference that we do have is from the affordability calculations. From a limited company point of view, we start at 125%.
When you say 125%, so I'm guessing that means that the mortgage payment may need to be £100 and the rental income needs to be 125?
Correct.
Okay, so that's what you mean about the calculation, affordability calculation?
Yes.
Okay,
and one of our big kind of major USPs is the portfolio in terms of we secure our first legal charge on the property coming to Zephyr Homeloans.
Yeah.
Any background portfolios which the customer may have with various lenders, we don't actually stress test that background portfolio.
That's kind of unique because many lenders look at the total position. You're saying you isolate it down just to your own credit risk, just to the mortgage and the property you're taking as security. Correct.
The only thing that we do ask of is that portfolio in the kind of the terms of it washes its own face in terms of there's enough rental to cover the mortgage payment, but that could be rent of £100, mortgage payment is £100, that is ticking the box itself.
Fantastic. Let me just stop you once. So where were we? So basically you individually underwrite your mortgage and you don't look at clients' background mortgages and their total portfolio?
Correct.
Wow, that's interesting. What other interesting things that you do as a lender that others may not? So other unique benefits of working with you?
Well, we underwrite our cases manually, so it's not just a system says yes, system says no.
No AI, no robots, is that right?
Yeah, correct, but also from my own individual point of view, my background of 20 years is underwriting.
Yeah.
So when a mortgage broker approaches me, I have those difficult conversations before it actually gets into my office for my guys. So that's very unique in this world where people are hanging on phones a long time. Actually with Zephyr it's not. We survey all our mortgage brokers upon completion, and we're happy to say that 100% will all say they would recommend Zephyr to another mortgage broker.
That's fantastic. Buy-to-let specialist is really unique to find, and the underwriting with humans is exceptional. So we've done the minimums, we've done the maximums. What else am I missing about some of the unique benefits of working with you?
So we have no minimum income. So all we expect is our customers to generate some income. So if you're employed, self-employed, or in receipt of pension, there's no specific figure needed to kind of prove affordability. If you are a professional landlord, and that means all your income is derived from properties, then the only figure that you need to demonstrate is 25,000 gross, which is only the top line before any deductions. And again, in my experience, 25,000 is only possibly 3, 4, 5 properties, which is again never an issue with Zephyr. We are looking at incorporation transactions as well, where customers may have purchased properties in individual names some years back. They've created a partnership, they followed all the suitable tax advice, which then allows it to be potentially incorporated into an SPV for tax purposes, which means there's no stamp duty. So these transactions are quite unique in the industry, and it's something that we can look at Zephyr.
That's incredible. And what's an SPV for the younger viewers that don't know what that means?
An SPV is a specialist purpose vehicle, which is a limited company in essence created to hold properties. It's not a trading entity. It is, as it says, it's to hold property.
Special purposes vehicle, just for the purposes of holding the property that you're lending on.
Correct.
Wow. And you don't differentiate on pricing.
No.
Incredible. Is there anything I'm missing here? There's got to be a catch somewhere. No, surely.
No catch with Zephyr. We say what we can do. We turn around things very, very quickly. We have our underwriters look at the case within 24 hours of submission, and all being well, we could then go straight to valuation. In an ideal world, there's no reason why an app to offer with Zephyr could be no more than 5 days. So the efficiency, the service is there, and ultimately what I always tell my broker community is try us, let us show you what we can do on that first case, and you won't be disappointed.
Well done, that's incredible. I had a question, and where do you lend? So England, Scotland, Wales, or that kind of, where do you lend?
So England and Wales.
Yeah.
I'm one of 3 regional sales managers. So I look after the north, and my 2 counterparts are down south. For the north point of view, it's from the Scottish border, just past Sheffield, across to North Wales, and also Northern Ireland. When I say Northern Ireland, that's the brokers over there and not the properties over there.
Am I missing anything? This is incredible to listen to. You're so knowledgeable on buy-to-let. It's so important to find a specialist buy-to-let lender in today's market.
I think the only one last thing to cover off is actually Zephyr Homeloans is part of a much bigger group.
Okay.
So we are part of a company called Computer Share Loan Services, which has been operated since 1970s in Australia, and we also have the UK arm as well. In the UK, my parent company looks after 45 billion worth of mortgages. So in essence, that is where all our background is coming from. We know when mortgages are redeeming off, where people are taking mortgages out across the UK, and subsequently we also look after a third arm, which is called the DPS, which is the Deposit Protection Scheme, which is the government organisation. We deal with all those tenancy deposits and disputes as well.
That's fantastic. Elliot, you're super knowledgeable on this subject, and I'm sure the followers and the viewers on this channel, if they have questions, please comment below and we'll make sure Elliot gets them. And if you have any business, always seek a professional advisor to work with and can then arrange that mortgage with Zephyr. Thank you so much today.
Thanks for your time, much appreciated.
Perfect.